Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Monday, July 24, 2023. Government is moving forward with its plans to revive the country's second-hand industry, particularly as it relates to motor vehicles. To accommodate this, Finance Minister Dr. Nigel Clark has tabled amendments to the General Consumption Tax GCT order in the House of Representatives. With the amendments, GCT will accrue on the gross profit of second-hand items, including cars that are being sold. Dr. Clark says the government is creating the conditions for economic activity while allowing a revitalization in the local market for used vehicles.
This, Madam Speaker, will lead to the emergence of a new subsector in the country that we don't have, with new services that we don't currently have, where you'll have dealers offering trade-ins.
The National Water Commission, NWC, has identified $170 million to undertake urgent replacement of collapsed sewerage mains in downtown Kingston. Several areas of the major market and shopping district were overrun with sewage recently. Minister Matthew Samuda subsequently led a tour of the area with local government minister Desmond McKenzie and representatives from the NWC, Central Sewage and the Municipal Corporation. Minister Samuda is assuring persons who live, work and do business in the area that all is being done to rectify the problem as soon as possible.
Ultimately, no one should live in this condition, and we're putting in the work and putting in the investment to ensure that it is a thing of the past very soon.
With the support of private sector individuals in the cesspool sector, sewage was being pulled from 410 meters of pipeline on West Street and 220 meters going straight into Matthews Lane. This was to clear the major blocked area that caused the backup in the transport area and the market. In addition, new pumps bought for the Darling Street lift station at a cost of $37 million should be installed over the next few days. The local government minister says sanitization of the area will also be taking place.
We will be undertaking a massive cleanup program of the area once we have stopped the overflowing of the sewage. The mayor and the KSMAC will speak to that, but we will definitely be providing the resources. We're not only going to be fixing the sewage, but the road conditions around downtown here within the market district will be taken care of.
Communities in southeast Clarendon are now benefiting from improved water supply following the completion of 3 projects done at a cost of over $200 million. Minister with responsibility for water, Senator Matthew Samuda, commissioned the systems into service recently.
We've commissioned 3 systems today, which in some cases have given people water for the first time. In other cases have significantly improved the reliability of that water supply.
Among them is the Portland Cottage Water Supply Project, which was completed at a cost of $117 million. It serves approximately 5,000 residents. Another 2,500 residents served by the Salt River Water Supply Scheme are seeing better flows in their pipes after a $34 million investment. $22 million was spent on the Mineral Heights tank system, which provides water to the Mineral Heights housing scheme and the Curato Hill and Halsall communities. Member of Parliament for Southeast Clarendon, Pernell Charles Jr., says these interventions affirm government's commitment to the step-by-step development of citizens.
The fact that we in this constituency can boast that we have been given significant, life-changing water projects is a testament not only to the advocacy, but to the focus and commitment of the government to ensuring that we lift up our people.
Meanwhile, the National Water Commission, NWC, has opened a meter testing and calibration lab, the first in the country to be certified by the Jamaica National Agency for Accreditation, JANAC. Minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Matthew Samuda, says it is a step in the right direction.
You've increased capacity for testing with best-in-class equipment. That's a big deal. Confidence in Jamaica is critical. I want my team members, when they go in the field, to be able to speak definitively about the work that the NWC does. And this is one such tool that will help you to speak definitively when you speak to customers.
The lab has received ISO IEC 17025 standard certification for calibration and measurement activities in the field of mass and volume for water meters. NWC Vice President of Operations, Kevin Carr, says the state-of-the-art lab is fully accredited to meet the Commission's meter testing and calibration operations.
Our newest test bench now has approximately 55 minutes to execute the test of a 5/8 meter. This process would normally take 4 to 5 hours. In addition, we can test up to 20 meters in one single session if necessary.
He says that with the growth of NWC's customer base, meter installations are expected to increase. 500 licensed fishermen will be receiving safety, communication, and navigational equipment valued at $7 million as government continues to support expansion of the blue economy. The items, to include life jackets, maritime VHF radios, and GPS systems, are expected to assist with capturing fish within the offshore fishing regions of the Pedro and Morant banks. The investment is to encourage fishermen to venture farther out and engage in pelagic fishing to assist in replenishing the fish population along the shore.
We'll be providing $20,000 each for 600 fishers. Again, we will utilize the community associations, the NFA's extension officers, and of course, members of parliament to help us select these 600 fishers who will benefit from these grants of $20,000 each. We have allocated $12 million for this program.
He was addressing the House of Representatives last week. And finally, approximately $252 million will be disbursed to the Constituency Development Fund for members of Parliament to carry out back-to-school support and independence-related activities. Minister of Finance Dr. Nigel Clark says $3 million will be given to each constituency. The money is solely for book vouchers and tuition fees where a receipt can be generated.
We know that the effect of the double-digit inflation of last year is still being felt by the population, and we know and anticipate that as Jamaicans send their children back to school in September, those pressures could result in difficulties experienced by some families.
Minister Clark was speaking in Parliament last week. He also revealed that each constituency would receive $1 million to carry out emancipation and independence-related activities at the community level.
For events in celebration of Jamaica's independence, as well as efforts to clean up local communities, towns, whether by virtue of beautification in the standard way, cutting of verges, etc., and also hosting of events at the community level.
And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.